Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pursuing Excellence podcast. I'm your host Jay Gay. Today on the podcast, I want to talk about the main concept of failing forward. It's a concept that not too many people are familiar with, but you might be when we get deeper into the podcast. But before we start, I just want to make sure you guys know that we're on YouTube, so check us out, subscribe, like, share with your friends. We're all over, and we're growing. We're getting better. We're growing. And also just wanted to send my condolences out to everybody, all the families who lost, those involved in the Buffalo shootings, and the Texas school shootings. That was horrible experiences. And for those parents and family members to lose their children, and also other family members lost, in the Buffalo shooting as well. So that those were just horrible times. And we just want to send our prayers and condolences out to those who lost. But so mainly in the podcast today, I just want to talk about failing forward. As humans, we have a tendency, of course, to we make mistakes. We're human. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect except for the good Lord Himself, and we are going to mess up and fail. But it's about what are you going to do? Are you going to get back up, or are you just going to just keep, well, I messed up. It is what it is. Or you're just gonna keep going and keep fighting, keep getting better, right? Proverbs 24:11 says, "For the righteous fall seven times and rises again, but the wicked stumble in times of calamity." And I think what that verse is trying to say is that we're going to continue to make mistakes, and cause issues because we're human. We're going to mess up, but it's just a matter of how many times are you going to keep getting back up after you keep falling down, right? It's just like you're riding a bike or you're riding a skateboard or whatever it might be. You fall, you're okay, get back up, you try again, right? It's the same thing in life. We're going to continue to mess up and make mistakes because we're not perfect, and we're going to do things that hurt others, hurt ourselves, but we have to continue to stay in God's word and examine ourselves and say, hey, okay, I need to continue to work at this, whatever it might be. Just continue to put the effort in to work to get better. It's a different thing when you keep messing up, but you're actually working to improve yourself versus whether you're continuing to mess up and not making any effort at all to get better in that specific area in your life, whatever it is, right? It could be you struggle cheating or something on a test or wherever it might be. You have an area in your life where you struggle, where you continue to make the same mistake over and over and over again, but you're not growing, right? So if you it's mistakes grow us, and those things, it helps us to continue to improve ourselves and better ourselves. You're going to grow and learn from your mistakes. It's not, you're not going to stay in the same, you shouldn't stay in the same spot as of where you were before. Like if you're playing a sport, you're going to get better as the years go on. You're not going to be at the same level. If you play football, you're not going to be at the same level you were in seventh grade that you are your senior year. You're going to get better. You're going to grow physically, mentally, athletically, spiritually, right? You're going to grow as you get older and you grow and you keep continuing to work, put the effort in, lift weights, condition, work out, right? All those types of things for any sport or anything in life. You're not, your first day starting a new job, you're not going to know everything on the job. You're going to things you're not going to know, you're not going to be familiar with everything. But as you continue to go to that job and work over the course of time, you're going to get better. You're going to get familiar with everything. You're going to be aware of what's going on because of the experience. Things take time. It's experience, right? And you only learn through experience. You can't avoid problems. One thing I've learned over my life is that you can't avoid problems no matter how much you try. Things are going to pop up. It's just how you respond, right? You have to respond the right way. It's failing forward. There's gonna be tough times in life. And how are you gonna bounce back? Are you just gonna lie down and quit, or are you gonna get back up? Say, hey, you know what? We failed this. This is, we messed up, but I'm going to continue to get better and work at it, and this isn't gonna happen again. You're just gonna put the effort in to not let that mistake define who you are. You have an identity, but your mistakes don't define your identity. Your problems don't define your identity. You define yourself. The way that you go about yourself defines your identity. your relationship with Christ, defines your identity. That, if you have the relationship with the Lord, and you're actively seeking Him, then people are gonna see that. That's the way that's the demeanor that you give off, right? If you continue to show no progress or growth in areas of your life, then you're going to stay redundant, and that's not good, right? Because you're never going to go past the level that you're at right now. Just like if you're playing a game, you don't want to stay at the same level. You want to keep playing and move up to the next level, level up, right? But you have to work to do that. You have to pass the levels to level up, to go to the next level and eventually beat the game, right? So that's the same thing I see with life, and just, in tough times, it causes for self-reflection and the continued effort to put in to get better. That's why I think, especially with everything we're dealing with right now, the things we've dealt with the past 2 years, especially with COVID and all that type of stuff, it's been hard to bounce back from, inflation, a lot of problems going on right now in the world that people, is causing people to look at themselves in a different way, and causing them to do things that they don't like that they've done, but it's the same time we have to respond back and, say, hey, all right, this wasn't good. We messed up. Just keep going. I mean, you're never going to be perfect. I didn't finish my first semester of college the way I wanted to. It wasn't perfect, but the next semester I finished with all A's because I continued I studied, I put in the work, I managed my time better. I sought out help when I needed it, right? Those are the types of things you have to do. If you want to improve, you have to be able to take the measures you want to be able to improve in whatever areas of your life that you're trying to get better at. You have to be able to make the commitments and the sacrifices and put in the work to get better. It's just how it is. You can't just expect to stay at one spot. You can't do that. You don't grow that way. It just doesn't happen, right? And if you continue to stay redundant and stay in that same spot, it won't help you in life, right? So it's just something that, we have to learn how to be better at. It's all of us as humans. We all do it. We all mess up. We all have mistakes. We all don't do the right things, make the right choices. But at the same time, we gotta get back up, dust ourselves off, and just try to do it better. Try not to make those same mistakes over and over again, right? So the more that we ponder on our past problems, the less time we have to create future successes, to build towards future successes. Use your former mistakes as building blocks towards towards the things that you're trying to get better at, towards your life. Like if things that you've learned in the past that you've done incorrectly, now okay, I can't do it this way. That's, for example, playing football. We watch film a lot, watching film of practice, watching film of the game to see what we did wrong, what we did right. Just learning from those things, because that's the way you get better. Seeing what you've done and analyzing that and learning from it is what helps you to improve, right? So sometimes we just have to take a little self-examination of our life and be like, okay, we've done things this way for a long time, and that's why we're getting these results. So in order to change the results, we have to change the process by which we're doing things, wherever that might be, right? So it's just a matter of changing up the process. If you notice that you're not, for example, for fitness, if you're not getting to the size that you're wanting to get out or lose the weight that you want to get in, maybe change the way you're going about things. It's just a matter of putting in the overall time and effort. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? You just got to put in the effort and time to get better. It has to take commitment. You have to have commitment. You have to be able to come in and say, okay, I'm all in on this. I'm all in on getting better. I'm all in on getting better grades. I'm all in on being the best football player I can be, the best basketball player I can be, the best baseball player I can be, wherever it is, or the best singer I can be, actor, whatever it is in life that you're trying to do. You have to be committed. You have to use your past failures as building blocks. You have to continue to work and get better, right? You won't get to where you want to be in life by sitting in one spot, by being a stone. You have to move. You got to get up. You just got to You just have to experience things. You have to go through life, experience your problems, and learn from them, analyze it, learn from them. Say, what can I do better today than I did yesterday? Or what could I do better tomorrow than I did today, right? How do I improve from day to day? How do I get one step faster? We got to get one step faster, right? Every single day, one step faster. That's, something that I was really taught throughout my high school years. Playing football was mainly a big thing. We were always taught to just get one step better every day. It's a process. You're not going to get to where you want to be overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to take work. It's going to take commitment, perseverance. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, but it can be done. It's not impossible. So you just have to learn how to continue to fight the urges to stay redundant, and to stay in one place. You have to be able to tell the flesh, which is evil. You have to tell the flesh, hey, you have to fight that feeling and say, hey, I'm getting up, I'm going to work, I'm going to be better today than I was yesterday. I just have to keep improving in every daily aspect of my life. And it's not going to be easy. I'm going to mess up, but I have to respond and bounce back and fail forward. You can't avoid failure. You can't. It's impossible. We're humans. So like I said, we're going to mess up. You can't avoid that, but you can use it to propel you further in life, to propel you past your problems, to propel you to where you want to be. So you have to fail forward. You have to continue to push forward and never look back. But at the same time, it's just finding that balance between looking back, but also moving further on down the road. Using your past problems, your past mistakes to build yourself towards your successful future, right? That's the only thing. So that's really what I wanted to touch on today, was just continue to get better, get the work, improve. It's not easy, and we're going to mess up, like I said, but, it's just a matter of getting better, improving, right? Just continuing to work at it and put the effort in. I didn't say I didn't get to where I am right now with this podcast overnight. It took a process. I've been doing this for over a year now, but it takes work. It takes hard work. It takes commitment, because if you love something, if you truly love something, you're going to put in everything that you have to make it successful. That's what you have to do. If you really love something, you have to put in all the work, all the effort you can, all the blood, sweat, and tears, to make it the best thing in your life, right? That's what you have to do. God says that we have to just continue to trust in Him as well, trust in His plan for us. We have to be patient. We struggle with that, especially as men. My guys know what I'm talking about. We struggle with patience, but we have to continue to fight that urge to be impatient, to try to rush things, just to try to skip over our mistakes, saying, well, hey, I'm gonna get better the next day, or just I'll forget about that, I'll do it tomorrow, or being procrastinating, that's another thing, that's pushing things off, just attack it right now, right then, right now, get it done, do what you have to do to get better and improve. That's all it is. It's simple. That's the only thing I really want to touch on today, guys. It's just failing forward, continuing to trust in the process, just being patient, working on improving wherever it is that you're trying to get better at. It's going to take work. It's going to take effort. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not, it's going to take a lot of hard work. And you have to be committed to that. If you really want to get better, you will put in the work. But if you don't, then you're going to stay redundant. You're going to stay in one place. It's just that simple. It's pretty black and white there, but we don't understand that. We like to push the idea out the window and just want to procrastinate. So that's mainly my thing on that, guys. But you guys, please stay safe. Thank you for watching the podcast today. Make sure you guys continue to keep the families of those who lost in the Buffalo supermarket and the shootings in your prayers, as well as the children of the Texas school shooting. Please keep those families in your prayers, as we will here on Pursuing Excellence. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. We're all over. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your favorite podcasts, as well on YouTube. Thank you guys, and enjoy your night.